Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. What's up going, bombshell squads? Welcome back to today's video. As you guys can see from the title and my thumbnail, we are going to be testing out the overhyped Instagram / YouTube makeup products today. So I don't have a lot, but I have a few that I want to test out for the very first time that I've never tried before. So the first thing that I want to test out is the Huda Beauty foundation. Gotta test that out. Haven't tested that out yet. I'm also gonna try the Morphe setting spray. Haven't tried this yet. I just bought it and it came in the mail, so gonna test that out. Another thing that I want to test out, the Makeup Revolution liquid highlighters, illuminators. I'm also going to be testing out the Fenty Beauty makeup sponge. So this is like close to the beauty blender they're claiming, so I'm going to test this out as well. I'm also going to be trying for the first time, you guys, the Fenty Beauty from her holiday collection, the eyeshadow palette that has like all shimmery shades. It's supposed to be like damn good, and I haven't tried it yet, so I'm going to try that out. You guys already seen that I reviewed the Morphe 3502 palette and the Morphe 39A palette, so I'm probably just going to pick some matte shades from these as my transitional shades, and then I'm going to go in with like the shimmer, because who use only shimmer on their eyes? Nobody. So I'm going to be taking it from this. You guys already seen that I reviewed these and I really like both of them. So I'm kind of going to add these in the video to prime my face. I forgot to mention this. This is the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. And this is hyped as... okay, it's very hyped, but I actually used this already one time. I tried it already and I really like this primer. Like, I really like it. And this is a sample, I believe, that I got from Sephora, hence the reason why it's so small. It's 0.16 fluid ounce, so this was definitely a sample. I couldn't have bought this. Alright, so the next thing I want to test out is the none other than Huda Beauty foundation. I got it in the color 440G. That's in the shade Cinnamon. I'm going to use that with my Fenty sponge. And let's open up this bad boy, see what it looks like. I was very happy that this was $16 at Sephora, because the beauty blender is $20, so it's $4 cheaper. And yeah, I was really happy about that, because I'm not about to spend no $20 and no more sponges. I'm sorry. Oh, it has a pump. Yes, honey. Love the fact that it has a pump. Ah! Oh my god, I think it might be too light. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, this is depressing. I think it might be too light. I can already tell. Damn, this looks like my sister's foundation shade. Oh. Let me blend it out and see how it looks. I don't know if it's because of the shade at all, but I'm not liking this foundation. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No. And my pores, like, my pores never show. Did I not put enough on? Do I need to put on some more? I don't like it. No, ma'am. Nope. I can see through my pores. Like, that looks crazy. Yeah, this shade is so ugly on me. So ugly on me. I never ever wear my foundation this light. You guys, I don't know if I can include this in the video because it's not new. It's kind of old, but it's so overhyped as well. And this is the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I spoke about this in my favorites video, the reason why I am not a huge fan like everyone else, including my sister, in this concealer. It's because of this shade. Now this shade is super light for me, so I tried to use the next darkest shade, but that shade is like literally my foundation shade. So I don't hate the concealer because of the formula. I just don't gravitate towards it all the time because of the shade. But is it a really nice concealer like everyone that has it says? Yeah, it's nice. And it's really thick, which I like. I love thick consistency concealers. They just need to work on the shades, and I think if they have a shade between this shade and the next darker shade, then I can hop on that bandwagon of the Tarte Shape Tape. But as for now, I'll just stick to my Kat Von D because I just don't like how this is so light. Another product that's crazy overhyped, you guys, crazy overhyped, is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder in the color medium deep. And I bought this with the intention of trying to use it to set my overall face, because anything that says deep is just too deep for me sometimes. So I was hoping to use it to set my overall face, but it just has a red undertone that I cannot stand. Like, it's just so red. It looks like red dirt. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's just so red. So I can't even use it to like set my contour. So I just use this on my clients. Like when I have really dark skin tone clients, I use that on them. But for now, I'm just going to have to stick to translucent in the setting powder because translucent works like really nice on me. For the eyes, I'm going to be testing out the Fenty Beauty Holiday eyeshadow palette. This is the first eyeshadow palette that she came out with. It's all shimmer shades, which a lot of people were like, oh my god, who makes all shimmer shades? But I don't mind the shimmers. I'm not mad at it because most of my palettes that I buy, I just buy them because of matte shades, because everyone tends to use more matte shades, which is awesome. But when a palette comes out and it's all shimmer, if it's good shimmer, I'm like, yes, I'll have it. The only thing that I hated about this palette before I show it to you guys is the price. Rihanna, we all want to buy your stuff, so you need to lower it down, honey. Simmer it down a little bit. You're going up too high. This palette was $59 for all shimmer shades. Do I think it's worth $59? Hell nah. But yeah, the palette overall is really pretty though. I love the packaging. Absolutely love the packaging. It's so pretty. You do get your fingerprints all over it, but it's not like it's going to be on a showcase. And if you do put it on a showcase, just wipe it off and you'll be fine. You get a really awesome size mirror just in case you're traveling. And then this is what the shades look like. So I absolutely love the shape of the shades. I love the colors of the shades. Let me go ahead and swatch a few of them for you guys. Y'all know I'm horrible at swatching. I don't know if you guys can see that on the back of my hand, but that's just some of the colors swatched on my hand. They didn't swatch like what I wanted them to swatch like. Just from the swatches alone, the swatches are very dull. I think for the price they should have been way much more pigmented. So I'm going to go in, you guys, with this first color right here, this really deep blue at the bottom, and then in the inner turtleneck I'm going to put the light blue shade. I don't know, I was just gravitating towards blue today for some reason. I don't know why. I'm going to use it on this e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to take one side and just add that dark blue kind of like right in the center. Like it's not giving me that like bam. Let me try using my fingers and see if I get a little bit more pigment out of it. And of course I did. You always get more pigment with your fingers, you guys. Always with your fingers. I'm gonna use another brush because I don't want them to mix. This is my Wet n Wild shader brush, and ooh, the other blue is very messy. It's very messy. I'm just gonna put this on the inner corner of my eye and kind of like blend it out into the next blue. Same thing, you guys. It's not like bam, oh my god, this is gorgeous. Like, it's not giving me that vibe. I'm gonna try to use my finger to get a little bit more pigment out of it. Oh, see, my finger with this blue is really pretty. Like, I hope you guys can see that. My finger with this other blue is really, really pretty. Oh, I like this blue. Yes, this blue is giving me some kind of life. I'm just gonna use my finger and go over the other blue because I don't want them to look harsh. But I guess I'm gonna have to play around with this palette because I was feeling when I first watched it like I wanted to return them. So I'm gonna have to play around with it to see if it's really worth the hype. But so far it's okay. I was expecting a lot more for the price that I paid, but we'll see. It has so many fallouts. So many fallouts. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. It's too many fallouts. So much fallout. The next product that I'm going to talk about is this Makeup Revolution thingy right here. These are like highlighter drops. This color is really, really pink. I don't know if I want to mess with this color. So I have two of these and I cannot find the other one at the moment. I don't know, I had both of them here, but it's just shit everywhere, so I can't find it. But I'm gonna show you guys what this one looks like on the back of my hand. It's like I said, it's just these makeup these drop highlighters. So let me go ahead and blend that out, and that's what that looks like. You guys see how that looks? This has a pink undertone because it's kind of like it looks like a rosy gold color. But what I'm gonna do, because I see people like drop it on their face and then blend it out, I'm very scared. I'm very scared of that. So I'm just gonna kind of like slightly blend it out on the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna take this part of the same sponge that I've been using. I'm just gonna kind of like dab it in there, and then kind of like dab it on the cheekbones to see how that looks. I don't know how it's looking on camera, but I'm not getting a lot of pigment at all from doing it like that. So I'm gonna try to kind of like dab it on my cheeks and then use the sponge quickly to blend it out. Maybe I'll get a little bit more from it this way. I just didn't want it to look patchy, so I was very scared of applying it to my face. I don't know how that looks on camera, but in the mirror it looks terrible. It looks terrible. It looks really bad. It looks nasty. This is the worst highlighter I've ever used. It's so bad. It's so bad. When I dabbed it on my hand and then applied it to my face, it looked very subtle, but when I put it on my face and then tried to blend it out, it looks so bad. So I'm just gonna put a lot more on my hand and then apply it to my face to see if I get more pigment. I don't know how it's showing up on camera, if it's showing up good on camera, but it looks so patchy. These are not good. These are not good. You know what these would be good for? Like an eyeshadow base. These would be perfect for eyeshadow base. That's what they would be good for. But to use on the face as highlighters, no, they are not good at all. The last thing I want to review for this overhyped makeup products is this Morphe setting spray or setting mist, however they want to call it. And I can already tell you guys that I love the packaging of this, and I love that you get 2.8 fluid ounce of product in here. That's a lot of setting spray. Ooh. Whew. Bathe in it. Whew. Like, I kind of smelled it when I was finishing up spraying it just now. It had like a little bit of a raw scent that I do not like, but other than that, I can kind of like smell it. It's giving off a little bit of a like a raw scent. I don't know why I'm smelling that, but I love how like the spray comes out. It feels so lightweight. This is the lightest weight spray I've ever sprayed on my face. As in like how lightweight it feels when it's getting to your, like when it's going into your skin. Alright you guys, so to wrap up this video, like I said, the Too Faced Hangover Face Primer, absolutely love this. I think you guys should check it out if you're looking for a high-end primer that works for like really dry skin. If you have oily skin, I don't know how this works. Obviously I don't have oily skin, so I can't tell you, but I see a lot of people using it, so I think it's a great product. But overall, for my skin tone, I really like it. It doesn't close, it doesn't like fill in the pores, but for the overall face, as you guys can see how my face looks, it works really nice. For the Huda Beauty foundation, I'm not gonna say that I don't like it. I'm gonna say that I hate the shade that I have. So I have the shade 440G Cinnamon, and I thought this would have been a perfect shade for me, but obviously not. So I'm gonna have to go back and exchange it and try to get my perfect shade, and then I'll probably like do another first impression or whatever on the foundation. But I really like how it felt on the skin. I did put like probably about 3 pumps, 4 pumps, and used it to cover up my face, just to not get the full coverage of it, but it was kind of looking a little bit patchy on my skin. So I don't know the reason why, but whenever a foundation is not the shade that I like it to be, it tends not to work how I want it to work. So I don't know if that's the reason why it wasn't working out for me at the beginning, but I'm not gonna say that I hate the foundation. I'm just gonna say that I don't like the shade that I have. Same thing for the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Unlike everyone that goes crazy over it, I don't go crazy over it because of the shade. It's a really awesome concealer, but the shade that's a little bit darker than this, it's like close to my foundation shade, and this one, Tan Sand, is a little bit too light for me. That's what I'm wearing on my face today. I don't know how it looks, but it's always a little bit too light when I wear it, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I don't like the shade. Same goes for the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder in medium deep. It's just too red. I don't know, it's just way too red. Like, there's nothing that this would do for me with this shade. Like, it's just way too red for me. Like, I cannot stand the shade of it. It's way too red. So Laura Mercier really needs to go back and try to get like some banana colors for like yellow skin tone girls like myself. But yeah, I can't use that. However, I love translucent to set my highlighted areas of my face. This shade works really nice for me. It doesn't give me a flashback, thank God. Like some people claim that it gives them a flashback. It doesn't give me a flashback, but yeah, I do not like medium deep. As for the Fenty Beauty eyeshadow palette, really pretty palette. Love the packaging, love the colors of the shade, love how the shade is in the pan, love that, love the mirror, love everything about the overall palette on the outside and the make of it. But I am not crazy about the eyeshadows at all. Like how they looked in the palette, they should have been like, when you put them on the eye, they should have been like bam. But they are not at all. Like, I had to like use my finger and put in so much work, and I still feel like it's not pigmented enough on my eyes. I just still feel like it doesn't pop like how it looks like it was gonna pop, or how I wanted it to pop, or for the price of it how it should pop. It's not like giving you like that pop of color. So yeah, I do find that it works a lot better when I use my fingers to apply the shadows than a brush. But like I said, I don't know if you guys can see this color right here. This color, like, I removed the top layer from swatching it, and you can already see that it doesn't give off that pretty pigment that it was before. Like, it just doesn't give that off. It doesn't. As for the Makeup Revolution, the Makeup Revolution drops, the highlighter drops in the color Luster Gold, I don't really care for the color too much because it's very pink, and it looks ashy on my skin. When I applied it to my face by itself, like with the applicator, it was kind of like looking patchy, kind of like it wanted to separate my makeup, which I had to blend it out real quick with the sponge to get it to like kind of like not mess with my makeup. And then when I applied it to my hand and slightly blended out and then dabbing the sponge with it and applied it to my face, it was barely anything there. Like, I wasn't getting no crazy highlights. I wasn't getting like, oh my god, highlight on your face. I wasn't getting that. And before it ruined my makeup, I had to go over my makeup with a highlighter. So I used the Bobbi Brown highlighter on my face today. I used that on my face because it's one of my all-time favorite highlighters. It works so well with my skin tone, so I went ahead and applied that on top of it. So I don't know if that's helping my highlighter to pop a little bit more, but it probably is helping it to pop a little bit more. But this highlighter by itself is garbage. Like, no, I don't know, maybe on like really dark skin tones it'll probably show up some more, but on my skin tone it didn't do anything for me. Last thing is the Morphe setting mist. Absolutely love how this applied. I really hate like the little raw-ish scent that it gives off. Like, it gives off a weird scent, which I'm not a big fond of that scent. I hate that scent. But the spray overall I love the packaging. I love that you get 2.8 fluid ounce of product in here. That's a lot of mist that should last you a long time. And yeah, oh, I wanted to mention as well for the 39A palette from Morphe and the 3502 palette, both of them, those palettes are amazing. I slightly use them to use as my transitional shade, and then that dark blue matte shade that you see in the outer corner, that is from the 39A palette, that dark blue matte shade. Absolutely stunning, both palettes. So I love those. They're overhyped and they're worth it. But yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.